Hello, everybody. Welcome to ItsKim Live. Hi. For those of you that never seen the show before, hi, I'm ItsKim. I'm a pop culture commentator, and I like to talk about stuff that's going on in pop culture. Right now, we've been talking about a lot of different things. We cover a lot of Diddy stuff. We've been covering a lot of the It Ends With Us stuff, law, celebrities, mental health, all that good stuff. If this is your first time here, this is the way the show normally works. First, we start with the main topic. That's what's in the thumbnail, that's what's in the title, probably part of why you clicked on this video. Then we have a middle section called Halftime where I communicate with my beautiful, beautiful community of space angels who are all coming in. So good to see you all. Much love to you all. And then we have a fun section towards the end called What the Wut, where I look at something from around the internet that is interesting, fun, crazy, all that good stuff. It is put together by my partner in crime, my co-pilot, producer sister, who is here with me if you want to say hello.
Hello.
And she is going to be helping me out today. She put together the What the What. I haven't seen it. I have no idea what's coming. I'm going to react to it alongside you.
We're staying on topic today with an HR issue.
Are we?
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's a Reddit story HR issue. So
Fantastic. So if you're watching on the replay and you're not watching with us live, you're welcome to watch the whole thing as it was originally presented, or you can jump around. There's going to be timestamps, so you can go to whatever part you want to watch. It's up to you. So you don't have to sit through all of it. You know, whatever works. We are currently awaiting a raid from Popcorn Planet, and I also think I just got some news. Holy crap. Everybody, we have just passed a milestone I've been trying to do for a long time. I am over 30K subscribers. Hi Andy. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to Andy. Thank you to all of my incredible space angels. Thank you to everybody who's come over from the raid. Thank you for everybody who has been supporting on Popcorn. Thank you so much, all of you. I feel like I'm doing a weird speech thing and I have nothing prepared. You like me, you really like me, and I don't know what to say. So thank you guys so much. We're going to go through my show relatively normal today. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Please make sure you smash that like button. Please make sure you've subscribed if you have not. And welcome. Welcome to my neck of the woods. Here we go. Thank you for the support that is coming in. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you to General Scott, who has just sent me a PayPal. You have been such an incredible supporter of this channel, and I am so thankful for you. And I don't feel like I say it enough. And thank you so much to Dennis, who just gifted 5 memberships alongside General Scott. My goodness, I am getting overwhelmed, and I'm going to do my best. I'm glad I wore the waterproof today. This is good. Doro, thank you for the gifted membership. That brings us to 11 memberships today. Thank you so much, and welcome to the 11 new members. What is it, Saran? I hope I'm saying that. Sarah Ann just sent in a super chat saying, congratulations, Kim, on 30K. Love you on Popcorn Planet. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I so appreciate you. And my goodness, Carbonized. Carbonized just sent me a PayPal as well. You guys are going to make me cry. Thank you so much, you guys. I really do love doing this. This is my favorite thing in the world. To be on with you guys and to do this, and I'm just so blessed that I get to, and I don't take that for granted. I don't take for granted any of you guys for being here, and I don't want to be too sappy for too long because I know nobody wants to listen to that, so I have to keep going. But thank you guys so much. Thank you to Jackie Swan that just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. That takes us to 16. Thank you, Aaron B, for the super chat of the goal with the pair. Thank you. Neo, thank you for the gifted membership. That's 17, right? My goodness, you guys. And Melly A has been a member for 9 months, saying congrats on 30K. You deserve it. Your chat is the best. Well, thank you very much. I will say, to those of you who are new here, we do try to keep a very positive chat. You know, we talk about some stuff on this channel that sometimes can be a bit heavy. And it's really important to me that this is a place where people can come and they can be themselves, because I truly believe that nobody, and stay with me on this, I don't believe that anybody's okay. I think we've all got stuff going on, and when we all pretend that everything's hunky dory and great and everyone's got it together, all that does is make everybody that doesn't feel like they have it all together feel more isolated. And I would rather just have everybody be like, we have no idea what we're doing, and we're all going through stuff together, so let's just be here and we can talk about the hard stuff and we can laugh at things and we can be together and just have a place where everybody is accepted and welcome. So I just ask for everybody to be nice and to be kind to one another. Withholding judgment as much as possible. But just don't be a jerk. That's basically my rule here. Don't be mean. Don't be mean and you can stay. That's all. Um, I just want to say, Astrid, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. My goodness. Ida B, thank you so much for the super chat you just sent in, the super sticker. Cool. Thank you so much. Cheryl for 26 months. My goodness. Congrats on 30K. Thank you. Carbonize for 17 months. Thank you. Today we released the Happy Ribbits. Yes, 100%. Katie, my mod, you did not have to send anything. Thank you for the 10 memberships. You guys are amazing. And thank you very much, Dennis. And thank you, Claude. Thank you, Dinny, for the PayPal you just sent me as well. You guys are amazing. And my goodness, holy smokes. Tina said I hit subscribe when I watched it turn to 30K. Saw you on Popcorn Planet. Thank you so much, Tina. Thank you for being a part of that for me. I have to start the show, guys. You guys are amazing. So what I am going to do, and I do this regularly, I am going to pause the thank you train. I'm going to do the show because ultimately that's why you're here. You're not here just to, to listen to me. Be like, thank you, everyone, thank you. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. So, as the thumbnail says, seriously, make it stop. Make it stop, because lately a lot of the stories we have been covering, sometimes it's when you cover pop culture stories, it's like you cover it once and it's done. And then you have other stories that just hold on, it will never let go. And I feel like that is the theme of today. Is we've got a few stories like that and they are absolutely ridiculous. So let's do this. I do have to say this stream will include speculation and opinion and should not be taken as fact. Always do your own research. And I have links to my sources in the description of this video. So if you want to see where I get my information, you're welcome to do that. And I also want to give credit where credit is due to the people who do the work that do this type of reporting. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Hi, YouTube reviewer. We have tried to ensure that this video is appropriate according to your community guidelines. And viewers, please do not send hate to anyone, famous or not. It is not cute. We are all entitled to our own opinions, but do not do anything that would cause harm to people. I do not support hate in any way, shape, or form. Also, all individuals mentioned are innocent until proven guilty. This used to be just a Diddy slide. It has now been expanded due to ongoing stories. Okay, so I understand you guys are all kind of here from Popcorn, and we've been talking a lot about the It Ends With Us drama. There was a few things that I just want to make sure that we are all caught up on before we keep moving forward, because I haven't really been on with my channel. So we have to cover a couple of things right off the bat. So to begin, since we've talked last, because unfortunately I didn't stream until, this is the first time I streamed this week. The website is out. The long-threatened website from Justin Baldoni is out with the documents regarding the case. I feel like you guys are well aware of this at this point. There was the amended lawsuit as well as the timeline, which Andy and I have been going through over on Popcorn Planet on his channel. And we have now done a couple hours worth of digging into this, and I think we may be about halfway through. Maybe. There's a lot in there. There is a lot in there. And ultimately, there was also a court hearing on Monday where the judge, we had heard, might possibly pass a gag order because that's what Ryan and Blake wanted. They wanted Justin's team to stop talking. Well, that didn't end up happening. Basically, the judge said, you both need to shut up. Enough is enough. Stop trying this court in the media. And if you don't stop, then I'm going to move up the court date and we're going to do it here one way or the other. So then today we hear there is another lawsuit against Blake Lively, and this has to do with Jed Wallace. Now, we did cover this on Popcorn, but it was at the very, very beginning, and I know not all of you may have been there, so we're just going to do a little refresher here. Blake Lively's legal headaches are getting worse. The actress is now being sued by a crisis PR firm for defamation in her ongoing lawsuit with Justin Baldoni. Blake was slapped with a new lawsuit by Jed Wallace and his company Street Relations Incorporated after she named both parties, along with Baldoni, in her December 2024 California civil rights complaint for bad behavior related to the filming of It Ends With Us. Wallace accuses Blake of falsely lumping his firm into the allegations she made against Baldoni and then sending the information to various media outlets, including Elle Magazine. Despite the fact that Blake did not name Wallace or Street Relations in the lawsuit she filed just days later, he says the damage was done and the media continued to report that he had engaged in illegal activity. And that is going to be a really important thing here. Did anything that, has anything that Jed has done illegal? Remains to be seen. We will see. Wallace says Blake then doubled down on her conduct, asking the judge to authorize the taking of his deposition, but falsely accused him of being a subcontractor to a company called TAG, which is the agency group, I believe Melissa Nathan's PR agency, to assist them in their unlawful retaliatory social combat campaign against Blake. Wallace says that Blake then doubled down on her contact by asking the judge... Oh, sorry, I did that twice. As a result of Blake's defamatory statements, Wallace says he has suffered millions in reputational harm, and with a projected loss to his company exceeds another $1 million. Blake's team called BS on the lawsuit, telling TMZ, another day, another state, another 9-figure lawsuit seeking to sue Ms. Lively into oblivion for speaking out against harassment and retaliation, which we all know, I don't think that's what this is. I don't think that's what this is. I think the ship of saying that this case is entirely about SH has sailed. It's gone. It's past the horizon. We can't see it anymore. It may be a part of this. It is not all of this. And if Jed didn't sign any contracts, he didn't sign any contracts. So I don't know how this is going to work, but I think it is going to be very interesting. One thing I did want to mention to you guys when it came to that website, and I've talked about this a little bit on Popcorn Planet, but I've seen some other comments about it, and I wanted to address it here. I have talked about a site called Court Listener. Part of why I have had no issue with this website, and I have been perplexed as to why Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have been freaking out about the website that Justin has wanted to put up, is that things like this, Court Listener, exist. What is Court Listener? Court Listener is a website that is basically a project so that people can access legal documents without paying for them. Because if it is in the interest of public opinion and it is a public concern, the public should be able to read the documents. Most of these documents are available through a online portal called Pacer. Now, Pacer is available to everyone, but you have to apply, you have to be accepted, and it is a process to get accepted. I have gone through said process. It took me over a month. I'm not kidding. It's not something you can just sign up for, grab, and come back. So, Court Listener is an invaluable resource for people to get these documents, to be able to educate themselves, and you don't have to go through Pacer. Pacer you also have to pay for. So, I use both, depending on the situation, but I want to show you something here. I have a link in the description to this page on Court Listener of Lively v. Wayfarer Studios. If you scroll down to point number 50, and you see here, amended complaint, an exhibit of timeline relevant events, dated January 31st. Download PDF, download PDF. This is exactly what is on that website. Right there. And the documents get updated on a very regular basis, usually within like an hour or so of things being posted on big cases. There is a page on Diddy's cases, like the big one, the United States versus Diddy. There's also the civil suit that involves Jay-Z is on Court Listener as well. A number of these lawsuits are here. Now you have to find the number, like the court number, but they are here. And you can also Google it and see what you can find. My point is, I do find the idea of trying to silence Justin's team from sharing court documents to be laughable. Absolutely laughable. Also, considering the New York Times posted that complaint openly on their website originally, Blake's complaint, I mean, the hypocrisy is glaring. But my point is, this information is in the public interest, and you have every right to look at it. And all of you did not need a website to be created to go and find it. So if for whatever reason, through this mess of, a lawsuit saga, there is a point where a lawsuit, where like the lawsuit info website is taken down, and people start thinking, oh, where am I ever going to find these documents? They are here, and you can find them, and you don't have to pay a cent. Now, you can support the cause, please consider doing so, but my point is, it's open. It's open to everybody, and Blake magically thinking that if she gets the judge to tell them to shut up, that these documents will not come out, is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So I've had a few people asking me, where is this website? What is it? Producer Sister has shared it in the chat. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Go educate yourself. It's all there. It's all there. And I mean, it's not just entertainment cases. It's political cases. It's all types of stuff. It is at your fingertips. Take the knowledge, get the information from the source, come to your own conclusions, look at the evidence, look at the exhibits. Now, there are going to be some things that are put under seal. Like there are a few versions of some of Diddy's documents that are a sealed version, and therefore the public is not able to get it. And essentially, it's the same thing on Pacer. So, for the most part, everything is there. And I hope that that is helpful, because it's been very helpful for me. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Knowledge is power. Okay, so when it comes to just this whole "it ends with us" drama, why I wanted to also bring up the court listener here is because if, and that's a big if, like I wish I could just have a graphic that just pops up on my screen that's just, it fully encompasses the box here that just says if Blake Lively's camp, Justin Baldoni's camp, and now Jed Wallace's camp decide to not talk to the press, the way that we are going to find out information about this case is going to be through the court filings, i.e., what we would see on Court Listener. One of the things that we have seen through the Diddy case is that after Diddy's team fought for a gag order on the feds, which was hysterical, on the one hand, they had them saying, that Diddy's team was saying the feds shouldn't be talking to the media at all. At all. It's not okay. And then we're hearing at the same time Diddy is communicating with his family through illegal means, using other inmates' phone conversations, using apps that were not approved by the prison, to then give his son his social media so that his son could start a campaign to remember everybody about the good times of Diddy. You can't have it both ways, right? So the judge did say, yeah, y'all need to shut up. And since then, you may have noticed we're not seeing as many comments from Costco Lawyer in the media, are we? We're not hearing as much about baby oil, any of that type of stuff. But what we are hearing about is through these court filings. And my personal opinion, personal belief and opinion, is that Diddy's team has been using court filings as a means to create stories in the media. Things like what he has alleged against victim one, who we believe to be Cassie. I would not be surprised if we see a similar course of action moving forward when it comes to this case. So that's why I say, get your information from the sources, because I can tell you, I really don't think a lot of these media outlets, because they're so focused on getting things out as quickly as possible, they don't read. Producer Sister, can you I don't know how else to say that.
Yep.
They'll find a headline in the first 5 pages of a document.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's my personal opinion. That's what I have observed.
And I think the other thing we've seen a lot is depending on where you go, you get a different spin.
100%.
So it's always better to get it directly and form your own opinion.
Yep. Because narrative is important.
Very.
And this is also why I try very hard, and some people really don't like it. I've tried to stay relatively neutral through this. There is still a version of this where Blake was wronged. Does that mean that her conduct afterwards was merited? No. Does it mean that, everyone in this situation on one side is innocent and the other side is not? No. This is a very nuanced situation, and I am waiting for discovery and I'm waiting for deposition, because if you don't think that what Jed Wallace is about to tell everybody won't change things, I don't know what to tell you. I'm very interested to see what he brings to the table on this because it could be very illuminating. So I am not taking on a team yet. I am team truth. I am team sit back and wait and let the court process do its thing. And I am team download court documents and read them.
I think it is safe to say, though, based on what has been presented to this point, things look pretty bad for Blake.
Oh, Blake does not look good right now.
At all.
And this is the thing. Everybody that's like, why aren't you team Justin? Blake does not look good right now. But Blake also hasn't said as much as Justin has.
And that could go one of two ways.
Yes, it could. So
I think the thing is, what the main key is we leave ourselves open for our opinions, our stances to evolve as more information comes out.
100%. And Carbonized Stardust, I just want to say, I love that comment so much. I'm still team stop being human garbage.
Yep.
That's a good way to live. That's a good way to live. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's the ends with us stuff. What's the other stuff going on right now in the news? Well, Diddy keeps coming back. I want to do like the guess who's back, but that's the wrong rapper. That's not what we're doing, and he wants nothing to do with this. I'm sure.
No, he doesn't.
So we're gonna leave Eminem out of this, completely out of this. All right. So what do we know about Diddy? Well, last week there was a superseding indictment that was released against Diddy. There were no new charges. However, the charges that he already had against him were expanded. So there were new victims. There were a few other things that were added. Nothing overly groundbreaking at this point, but there were a few things that were said in the letter that accompanied it that I did find to be very interesting. One of which being the investigation is still ongoing. And they have not ruled out the possibility that a third superseding indictment, or that, I guess, a second superseding, another indictment may still be coming. And they're also saying there may still be new evidence coming. So heaven knows. I have the feeling right now the feds are keeping their cards close to their chest. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But on the civil side of things, people have been asking questions because Diddy was taken to the hospital in the middle of the night. I believe earlier this week, and some people really started to get concerned about what the heck was going on here. Was he in a fight? Was a theory that kind of came out. But ultimately what ended up happening was, according to People magazine, and I have seen this reported in many other different cases, Diddy had to have an MRI done on his knee. I know. It's super exciting and, front page news, amazing. We all have to talk about this. Apparently he's had knee problems in the past. So they decided to do the MRI in the middle of the night or something like that. Maybe it was just the first time they could get him in. Less media. I don't know. But that's what happened. So he was taken to the Brooklyn hospital at around 10 p.m. He did not spend the night in the hospital following the MRI. The source told the Post that his knee was bothering him, as it has ever since he ran the New York City Marathon in 2003. And the Bureau of Prisons spokesperson told People in an email, for privacy and safety and security reasons, we do not discuss the conditions of confinement for any individual or custody, including health status or medical trips. So that's apparently what happened. His knee hurts. I hate it when stories are like that, when everybody's like, oh, what happened? What happened? And you think it must be something so scandalous, and then it's like, nah, his knee hurt.
The most boring, mundane answer.
Isn't he in his 50s? Like,
yeah,
man in 50s has sore knee. Wow. Yeah, so that happened. Now, as far as news that actually is interesting, Mr. Tony Busby, made a statement on his Instagram the other day. And I'm just going to read this through with you guys because this is, I think, where things get interesting. Today, the Busby law firm filed another lawsuit in New York State alleging SA and battery against Sean P. Diddy Combs. Several other defendants are named in the suit, to include Bad Boy Records. The case is brought on behalf of plaintiff John Doe, who was a 23-year-old aspiring performer at the time of the alleged A. This new case alleges defendant Combs attended a show at a venue in Los Angeles where plaintiff, along with several others, was to perform. Combs' purpose for attending was not only to promote his affiliated company, Ciroc. Why does this... There's sometimes I feel like some of these cases with Diddy in the civil courts are like a bingo card. Like you could make different things that it involved drinking. It involved being backstage, or it involved being at a Diddy party, or it involves Ciroc, or you know what I mean? Like just some of these things that get very, very repetitive. Clearly, there was a formula to what he was doing if all of these allegations are true, which I do believe at least most of them are. Um, so he was promoting the vodka, but he also was there because his recording company, Bad Boy Records, had an interest in some of the performers at the show. According to the lawsuit, after plaintiff performed at the venue, Combs reached out to meet him, subsequently leading plaintiff to believe he would receive a record deal. The case asserts that Combs lured the plaintiff backstage after the show, where plaintiff allegedly was given substances and horrible things happened. And this is one of more than 10 additional cases that will be filed over the next 7 to 10 days against Combs and his affiliates and or associates. So I'm going to say that again. More than 10 additional cases are going to be filed within the next 2 weeks. Just keeps getting worse. Just keeps getting worse. Because there is a looming deadline for cases to be filed in New York City, I would expect many more cases will be filed by our firm prior to the end of February. I don't know what that means. The fact that we are now saying that there would be many more outside of 10, to me, 10 is many. Mm-hmm. How many are we talking, Busby?
I'm afraid.
I am afraid. So we then got 2 more of these that did get filed. And this was, I believe, last night into today. Sean Diddy Combs was sued by 2 women who claim that they were SA'd at a Trump hotel. And I'm not going to get into all of the details of that, but it's pretty terrible. So there's 3. Okay, so we've got the John Doe and then 2 Jane Does. We're expecting at least another 7, and then potentially, like in the next 2 weeks, and then potentially more than that before the end of February. So there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot here. So that's basically what's going on with Diddy. But by the same token, we got an update about Jay-Z. Jay-Z has been implicated in one of Sean Combs' civil suits. And this is one that has caused a lot of controversy. And Jay-Z has been repped by the lawyer Alex Spiro. I've heard it pronounced Spiro. I've heard it pronounced Spyro. I personally like Spyro because I have a love for the Purple Dragon. So, and I've also heard people introduce him that way. So I'm going to go with Spyro. And Spyro had a lot of issues with Tony Busby. They went hard at him. It was like they're suing each other. It's a mess. I mean, honestly, I've kind of lost track of how many times they've accused each other of bribery and extortion and yada, yada, yada. It's just been an absolute disaster. But one of the things that Spyro did was he actually filed sanctions against Busby. And I'm going to read you this from Newsweek. So this came out today as well, I believe, or last night. It's just so ridiculous. Jay-Z has withdrawn a complaint against an attorney representing a woman who claims the rapper arred her. The context: the woman alleged that she was arred by Jay-Z and fellow rapper Sean Diddy Combs when she was 13. This one with the NBC interview. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember. That's something we do here. We have a joke about counting, that it's not first, second, third. It's 1th, 2th, 3rd. Long story. It's an inside joke. But yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you know what I mean about the NBC thing. Jay-Z, whose real name Sean Carter, has, I don't know how to say that word. He has very much denied the allegations and has asked a New York judge overseeing the case to sanction plaintiff attorney Tony Busby, who Carter had accused of extortion.
Ferociously.
Ferociously? Is that what it is? Okay. All right. New words. The more you know. On February 4th, Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro...
I was wrong.
Okay, no worries.
Zoomed in.
Okay. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, wrote to Judge Torres to inform her that he was withdrawing his complaint against Busby, a Texas trial attorney. Now, here's my thing. Why? Why? What does that mean? Because now I have questions about what it means for the rest of the case. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but it really, it was in December. They came out swinging. Every day there was stuff in the press of them just attacking Tony nonstop. And now just to have it be no.
Never mind.
And there's no statement that I'm seeing. There's no, Jay-Z's not making his million, Twitter posts and then taking them down and then putting it back up and then taking it down and putting it back up and taking it down. And I'm not repeating this for effect. I'm literally stating a fact of what has happened multiple times. Just watching this man put up statements, take it down, make an edit, put it back up, and do this like 5-6 times. And it just gives off this air of just complete panic. So now I'm wondering what exactly is going to happen. So Spyro had filed his complaint under Federal Rule 11 or Federal Civil Rule 11B, which states that an attorney must ensure that a legal filing is not being presented for any improper purpose, such as to harass, cause unnecessary delay, or needlessly increase the cost of litigation, and that the claims, defenses, and other legal contentions are warranted by existing law or by non-frivolous agreement or argument for extending, modifying, or reversing existing law for establishing new law. And Spyro has argued that Busby knew the plaintiff's claim was false and that Busby had therefore violated Rule 11B, but he has now withdrawn that allegation. And the withdrawal comes after Torres sharply rebuked Spyro for his personal attacks on Busby. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what's happening with Jay-Z. But yes, these stories are far from over. The civil cases in the Diddy sphere are still all over the place. It is still a dumpster fire of information and people coming forward. So I guess we will see how things continue, but I would not be surprised if things continue to get a bit more intense with Diddy again as we get closer to the May trial date for his federal case. So that's where we're at on that. And that would be our main topics of the day, which means that now we are in halftime. And there we go. So I know I do just want to say this. I do this every time we have a raid. Thank you so much to all of you who have chosen to come and stay here with me for a little bit and hear about pop culture news. I know that's probably part of why you went over to Popcorn Planet. From this point forward, it's a lot more informal. I communicate a lot with the chat. We have a good time. We look at stuff that's funny. I show you my dog, all those types of things. So if that's not really your style, I totally understand it. I just want to say thank you so much for coming here today. Please make sure you've hit that like. Please make sure you've subbed. And let's have a good rest of the show, if that's cool. I am going to ask Producer Sister. And for those of you that may have missed the introduction, Producer Sister is my co-pilot, my partner in this. She is my actual sister. She puts together What the What for us. She prefers to be off camera. So if you just kind of hear a voice coming from beyond, that is her. That is her. So I am going to ask you, Producer Sister, how any of the topics today.
Yeah.
Because I know you've been watching all through Popcorn and you've been watching me. Anything you want to get off your chest, anything you want to share with your opinion.
Just I am very confused, like, with you guys, what you guys were saying of looking at how things were, that Blake was messaging Justin and that through the editing process, and then all of a sudden she wouldn't talk to him directly anymore. What happened?
I don't...
I feel like that piece of the puzzle is missing.
Yeah.
And there has to be a story there, right?
I really hate to say it, but some of the things that I see with her communication, I can't help but have kind of like Mean Girls flashbacks.
Oh, for sure.
Of just like, you're really pretty. Oh, thank you. So you agree. You think you're really pretty. Like, is that type of like manipulation type thinking?
Yeah.
Not here for it.
Oh, it's just the backhanded girl fighting.
Yeah.
Like, girls fight with words.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, it's psychological warfare. Some of these girls out here.
Yeah. And
boy,
we don't say that in the spirit of like, women suck. We're saying it in the spirit that some women are mean, just as some men are mean. And, all walks of life, people are mean. But yeah, I'm getting big, put it in the book vibes from this, and I don't like it.
Yeah, and just, I still feel like we're really missing pieces of this saga of events.
Yeah.
Something else has happened here, and I don't know what it is, but we need more context because something's missing.
It's just crazy that we literally have, like, right now, if I add up these lawsuits, we're probably over 1,000 pages worth of legal documents at this point. And we still need more.
Yeah, that's the thing. I still feel like we're missing key pieces.
Well, Lacey, do you want to come say hello to everyone? Well, I'd like to introduce you all to those of you that may not have seen her before. This is one of my dogs. This is Lacey. She's my bestie. She helps me with my disability. She is incredible, and I love her. And sometimes she likes to come over and talk to you guys. Sometimes she will bless us with a yawn or a burp. Sometimes nothing, just her cuteness. And if you remember, there's a Lacey emoji in the chat, so you're welcome to use that if you would like. So here we go. Yeah, I know. You have a hair appointment like next week or so. So very fluffy right now. But yes, this is Lacey. This is Lacey. Do you have anything you want? Oh, thank you. There was a little one. There was a little burp. Thank you very much, little girl. We have all been blessed. We've all been blessed. And to answer questions before anybody asks, Lacey is a toy poodle Shih Tzu cross. She is far more toy poodle than she is Shih Tzu. She is very smart and very sassy.
Mm-hmm. And she is full grown.
Yes, this is it. She's 10 pounds. And I love her. You all good? You ready to go back to your chair where you sit all the time? Okay. Most of the time she is in this chair beside me. You don't always see her on popcorn because I'm cropped, but yes, she is there. Alrighty. I do need to catch up on support because you guys have been so incredibly generous.
And you also need to look at your sub count again.
Why? Okay, let me do the thanks first.
Okay. Because 30K is in the rearview mirror.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. We still have a show to do. We still got a show to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bubbly One has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, and welcome to the new Space Angels. It's very generous of you. Thank you. Gaynor has been a member for 23 months. Thank you so much. Saying big love, Kim. Congratulations on 30K. I know you've been here for so long. Thank you so much for your support of me as always. Doro, Space Angels forever. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. General Scott gifted another membership. I'm assuming that's to keep it team odd.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bit of a thing here sometimes. Some people in this community are team odd or team even, and it bothers them. Melissa, thank you for the super chat you sent in saying, go back. You are amazing, Kim. Love listening to your fairness and your meticulous research. Been watching you at Popcorn Planet for years. Thank you so much, Melissa. I appreciate that. I try. It annoys people, but I try. For the record, Your Honor, my wonderful mod. Hello, Linda, saying, make sure you sub. It's so worth it. I promise. Thank you so much. And you can sub to her, too. Carbonized Stardust sent in a super chat. You can't sit with us! I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If somebody came up to me with a post-birthing video while I was eating and be like, hey, do you want to watch this? I'd be like, no, you can't sit with me right now.
No.
Later, but not right now.
Maybe.
Katie did. Great job was the Enterprise letter issued. I have been looking for that, and I'm not seeing it the way that I thought we would.
No,
so
I
will let you guys know. I am checking for that actively, trying to figure out what the heck is going on with that. Lori sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. A little super sticker saying thanks. I'm pretty sure. I have night mode on my laptop, so it's hard to tell sometimes, but thank you so much. Sarai has been a member for 9 months. Hello, it's Kim. You are the best. Congratulations on 30K. Thank you very, very much. Okay, now I go over to the phone.
And I know I'm going to get asked, for those who want to know, we are currently at 43 new members. So we are Team Odd.
Thank you very much, you guys. That's amazing. And welcome. For anybody that's new, there is a bunch of members-only content behind, and it goes into some of the inside jokes we have here as a community, if you want to get in on them, as well as other videos I've done in the past, so you are welcome to go and check those out. I do a good amount, like, I've done, like, a lot more personal updates back there and everything else, so, yeah, that's good. Okay, so I think we're good there. And double checking. Okay. And reloading. We are at 30,449. Holy crap, y'all. Thank you very much. That is that actually gives me a lot of comfort because I really didn't want to be super close to 30 and watch that like teetering line go back and forth because there sometimes is fluctuation like in subscribers, right? That's normal. That's completely normal. So it is, thank you. That makes me very, very happy. Let me see.
We blew past that.
Let me see here. Oh, Katie, you're right too. I do. I have some free memberships to give away. Okay, give me a second. So what I will say, I don't know if this has been discussed at all, but if you want a membership, you have to allow gifts.
Yes.
So we
cannot do it for you.
No, we cannot do that for you. I cannot facilitate that. And also, gifts are given out at random. I have no say in who gets them, nor does anyone who gifts them. There's none of it. We have no part in that whatsoever. So what I will say is if you really want a membership, please make sure you've allowed gifts because that must happen in order for it to happen. And in a few minutes, I will go over and give out the ones that I have to give away.
Katie beat me to it. She just posted in the chat a link that if you don't know how to turn on
gifts,
allow gifts, check that link. That is
explain it to you.
YouTube, Google's instructions on how to do it.
I love how like I love how educational this has been so far. Do you want court documents? Go on court listener for free. Do you want a free membership? Make sure you allow gifts. Don't know how to do that? Here's the instruction.
So Emily asked, what is a gift? And that is a perfectly fine question. So subscribing to a channel is free, but you can also join a membership of a channel if they have it. Not all channels do. So if you have a membership to a channel, you get additional perks. And different channels have different perks depending on what they want to do. But for Kim's channel, there's extra emojis. There's a whole bunch of videos and different content that is not accessible just to the general public.
You also get a really cool badge beside your name.
Yep.
And that badge is in line with our inside jokes. For example, people who have been here for a year get a oneth beside their name. People who have been here for 2 years get a tooth. And people that have been here for 3 years get a thirth. We've got to figure out what we're going to do with the fourth because it's not funny. Maybe we have to do forced. Yeah. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out.
Like that. I said it and then I heard it and I'm like, oh no, forced? Maybe not. I don't know. How do you say it with the second, but
I don't know.
I don't even know how to say it. My brain won't compute.
I don't know. It doesn't compute. So we'll have to figure it out. So please make sure if you want one, there's an option. I personally love doing the memberships because it just means that it's something that, as opposed to, like, I appreciate any support, and I mean that. Like, honestly, just you watching is huge. That makes a massive difference. But what I love about memberships is it kind of just, it invites everybody to sit at the cool kid table, as I put it. You can
sit with us.
Yeah, you can sit with us. We can all sit together. And it also means that it may reach out to somebody who isn't as familiar with my channel. So it promotes it and it includes people. And I think that that's really, really cool. So I'm a, was it Silky just said the fourth F? The fourth F? Oh gosh, it just gets so stupid. So stupid. The fourth. Thank you, bubbly one. That's fantastic. Fourth. Fifth. We'll have to figure out what to do for 6. That's gonna be hard. Anyway. Yeah, Ford as in Ford. Yeah, no, that has a different meaning for Canadians.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I have enough to eat at home. We're just gonna keep going. Okay, so I'm gonna do the gifts now. Let's go. Boop, 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 boop. And we're gonna gift 5 now. Boom, boom. There we go. So welcome to those 5 Space Angels. And let me see here. And thank you very much to Deborah, who just gifted 5 as well, and King Bob, who gifted 2. You guys are incredible. Producer sister.
Mm-hmm.
What are we at?
55.
That is amazing. You guys have spoiled me today. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay. So normally this would be when we would kind of just talk with the chat. So I'm going to have a few minutes. We'll chill, we'll talk, and then we'll move into What the What, if that's cool with you guys. Um, oh gosh, France just said fourth, like a dog with an underbite.
Dreadnought and I have been talking in like the Swedish Chef realm.
Oh,
Fourth.
Yeah, may the Ford be with you. Tracy, thank you. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. Love Trees just said, first time here, came from Popcorn Planet and loving it. You were awesome, Kim. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Oh, thank you, Nick Carbonite, going, Frauds! I'm a little hyper right now. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm like, it's a rush. It's a rush. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It is a rush. Jane just said, I became a space angel at last. Congratulations.
Welcome.
Kyle said, fork.
Can we just put a fork instead of a fork?
Is that what it should be? The next badge is just the Swedish Chef and a fork? I mean, it's kind of on brand. I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Lisa, chat was wild today. Kim did well not getting distracted by us. I tried not to. I really did. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, the chats over the past few streams have been a lot. They've been a lot. And I love you guys, and I do try really hard, especially on my own channel, to interact with you guys. I care. I appreciate super chats. I care about those things, but at the same time, I also know not everybody's in a place where they can do that. And I think having that communication with everybody is important. And I've tried to follow what people are saying, and sometimes it's just like, it's really distracting when people are watching on like a super delay, and they're like an hour back, and they start talking about something. I'm like, we addressed that like a while ago, and then I'm like, I want to correct it, and I'm like, no, they'll get there eventually. I can't stop every time somebody asks a question. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? We'd never get anything done. Oh, I love the love for the Swedish Chef. Appropriate. Let me see. German Shepherd lady, you're excited. I am. This has been a goal for a long time. Unfortunately, after the DEP trial, where many of you met me, I got really sick, and I think the powers that be got a little bit mad at me for not posting, and I got banned. I can't really say the word. And it's been a long road to get out of that. So my growth has not been at the pace that I was hoping, or statistically. And I just kept going. And I didn't stop, and that's where we are. Let me see here. Jane, welcome to the Space Angels. Thank you so much for joining. Larissa said, thank you for the super chat there. Congratulations, Kim. Well deserved. Love your unbiased, thoughtful, and from the heart POV. I'm an ADHDer whose niceness gets misunderstood most times. Like everyone else here. Know how amazing. Thank you. Thank you. It's true. It's hard. I do appreciate that. Thank you. General Scott, thank you for gifting another membership. Dude, thank you.
57.
And Tara Riss sent in a puppy clapping, going, bravo! Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Okay. Yeah, Tara Riss just said, keep going. I'm not giving up. Can't stop, won't stop, Kyle. I'm a savage. Oh. Whatever I want, I work really hard for, and then I get it.
Eventually.
Pardon?
Eventually.
Pretty much. That's a deep cut. Oh gosh, that's a deep cut. I do want to ask you guys, because I know a number of you guys have been watching the coverage on Popcorn, and you've been seeing what we've been talking about with It Ends With Us. Do you guys want a cupcake emoji? Do we want a sophisticated cupcake emoji? Because the messages the things I've been seeing, my goodness. A lot of you really like the sophisticated cupcake, which I'm glad that my embarrassment has brought you joy. That makes me pretty happy. Crystal R gifted a membership. Thank you so much. And Deborah, member for 3 months. Thank you. Kim, you should work in law. You are amazing. Oh, I don't know if I could have done school. Oh my goodness. You know what? I think all of my places of education were very happy to see me leave. I was a very non-confrontational person until I hit about grade 11, and then, oh, something snapped in me, and I was not that person anymore. And by the time I was done college, put it this way, the head of my program in college had my phone number, and if they needed to reach me, they could.
What's in your file?
Yeah. And, I was an adult. I was like over 20. You can call me if you got an issue. So she called me while I was in class. I did not pick up immediately because I was in class. She proceeded to then call my father and yell at him while he was recovering from cancer. I got a little mad. We did not have a good relationship. And they were very happy to see me go. But I graduated very well. I got honors. I did fine. It's done. I was very done with school.
It was a fun day.
I was really done with school. I did not want to be there anymore. I did not like it. Just don't be mean. Just don't be mean. Give me 5 minutes to call you back before you yell at my sick father. I didn't think that was too much to ask. Pay you thousands of dollars to freak out on my dad. How about no? I love you guys talking about the cupcake, though. I'm guessing we are getting... I do like the sophisticated cupcake combination, though, Katie, there, of the cupcake and then the sparkle. That's fancy. That is fancy. I like it. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Jane's like, what the what? No. Oh, I know. Oh, the stories I could tell. It's, as I've said on the popcorn, the text from that one producer that's like, she can't do this. This is going to be the whole way through the movie. Like, calling it out and being like, no, we need to stop it now. I am that person, and a lot of people don't like that. And then I end up being right, and then they don't like me even more. Oh my goodness, it's really, really frustrating. Okay, all right, I'll look at emojis. I will look at emojis. Ghislaine just said, just a little question mark. Was she serious? Yes. She also wanted me to only wear pantsuits. Because apparently that was the only way that I would be taken seriously. Was if I wore, like, 3-piece pantsuits. I love Ghislaine, sue her! No, it all ended up working out. Yep. And Jane is like, yep, it's great when you see the red flags. And that's the thing, people don't want to talk about the red flags, but they're there. They're there. Katie just said she's living the what the what. No, my whole educational experience was what the what. It's just the problem is I don't know how many of these people are still living, so I really don't want to do anything super bad. But I will say I did have some incredible teachers. Yep. One who I think possibly from time to time may see this channel, and I hope you know who you are, and I love you. Saved my life. There are amazing people, and then there are terrible people. And I think the trick is just keep the really great people close to you and pay the terrible ones no heed and move on, because you cannot fix that.
There are teachers and professors who can be life-changing, both in very positive and negative ways.
Negative ways, yeah.
And I think we've both had both over the course of our educational experience.
Yep. It's a good time. Alrighty. Let me get this here. Okay, so we ready for what the what? What the what? Do. Okay, so as I explained earlier, I have not seen what we are about to look at. This was put together by producer sister. We do this so hopefully you guys are also seeing it for the first time. So I'm seeing it for the first time alongside with you. And here we go. Let's have fun. Oh, Deborah, I just read your text. I kind of want to punch that person in the face. I want to punch her in the face.
That's not okay.
Wow. No. 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 As we say here, that person needs an effing lamp. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, no. No. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry you had to go through that. It's awful. Okay. What the What? It's an Am I the A-hole? Which, for those of you that do not know, this is a thing on Reddit where people will go to Reddit, share a personal story to get a neutral perspective, because you don't know this person. We don't know these people, and they want to know, am I in the wrong here? Am I the person who messed up here? I love these. They're fun. So, am I the a-hole for calling my coworker's sister after she called, I assume my work husband in front of everyone?
Or called me work husband in front
Called
of
me work husband?
Yes.
Oh.
So this is from the man's perspective.
So he's trying to make it that we're not husband.
No.
We're not husband-wife.
This is not a husband-wife.
We're work brother-sister.
This is a brother-sister relationship, not a husband-wife.
I'm going to go with no. If that's not what you're comfortable with, you have every right. But that's just me. That's just me. Are we freezing?
Mine did not. So I think we're good.
Okay. Please let me know. Katie just retracted the message.
Yeah, I think it was.
I hope everything's okay. No. Okay. Here we go. I work in a small office, and we have about 30 people working here. Mary, 35 female, is one of my coworkers. We have been working together for 6 years now. We have 6 people in our department, and we have to frequently travel across state, or as our work involves seeing government projects. We always travel in a group of 2. Although my travel partner changes based on the project, Mary and I are generally put on similar projects, and we enjoy each other's company. My wife also likes Mary. Overall, we have a very healthy work relationship. On to the incident. Yesterday, we had a happy hour in our office, and we were all drinking after work hours and chatting. It was a group of around 10 people that stayed back. Mary was blabbering about how we have both been traveling together so much in the last year. She was roasting me for my habits while traveling, like always forgetting stuff in the hotel room, being sweaty and stinky when I join her for breakfast in the morning because I go to the hotel gym. Okay. Everyone was laughing, and she was making it sound how unbearable I was to tag along in all good fun. Or all in good fun. I also told some funny, sweet stories about her and agreed with her saying that I can be difficult to be with sometimes. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Mary came to me and hugged me tightly and told me that she loves me and I'm her work husband. It was all innocent on the surface, but she might have been a bit drunk and just didn't let go of her tight hug. Also, I hate that phrase, as I do have a wife that I promise to be with forever, not just in non-working hours. After a few seconds, I started to become uncomfortable, and I also saw a few people staring at us. So to diffuse the situation, I took my hands off her shoulder and told her she was my work sister, and this is why I love to annoy her so much. This seemed to upset Mary, and she left and went back to her desk and was sobbing silently. Sobbing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm uncomfortable reading this.
Yep.
Like, I am uncomfortable.
Red flag, ladies and gentlemen.
I tried to apologize to her, but she told me how embarrassing the whole situation was. Okay. She said that she just meant work husband in a platonic way, but me calling her work sister made her sound like a creep in front of the whole office. She was so angry that I aggressively removed her hands from my shoulders while hugging. I tried to reason with her that I do not like work husband phrase, and I always gave people dirty looks when she said it, so I was trying to make sure that people don't take her words in the wrong way. We talked for a few minutes afterwards, and Mary calmed down. She hugged me and left. I felt really guilty afterwards because I can see Mary's point. I made her sound like a creep by implying she meant something inappropriate when she called me her work husband. I mean, there's a lot of things here that I'm like, where is HR? Why are we drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you sharing all these personal things and saying that he smells and everything else? Like, he had every right to be like, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah.
And if he's uncomfortable with the work husband, If you're uncomfortable with that term, then you're uncomfortable with that term. I know my husband doesn't like that term.
Mm-hmm.
It bothers him. He's a very literal person. But I mean, I don't really like it either, to be honest. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I felt really guilty afterwards because I could see her point. I made her sound like a creep. However, I was a bit uncomfortable in the situation and did not want people to call us that or assume something wrong. Am I the a-hole for calling Mary my work sister? I am sitting in my office writing this and a bit worried that I embarrassed Mary in front of everyone. Okay, so before we go on, poll time, poll time, poll time. And I'm going to ask, is OP, which means original poster, so the person who posted the thread, the a-hole? Yes or no? And I will add, I need to hear more.
Because you know that when I bring you a story,
there's always
more.
There's always updates and more juicy things that happen. It's never just the simple.
Nope.
Yeah. No, and like, and I've been close with some of my coworkers, but I've never liked the work husband, work wife.
I don't. If you're both single, I don't mind it as much.
Then it's funny.
Then it can be a joke. But if one person's uncomfortable with it at all, no.
Yeah. Okay, so 9% of you think that he was the jerk. Okay, I'd be interested if you did vote that he was the jerk. Please write, because I want to hear perspectives, right? And this is one of my favorite things. I am not going to like scream at you like, you're wrong, you suck. I want to know like where you sit. Okay. And a good number of you want to hear more. That's fair. Okay.
And Kayla, we can do another poll at the end and see what people think, because she's asking if she can change her vote once she hears more. So we can do a new poll at the end once you have all of the information.
Usually what I do is I let polls go until I reach what I call quorum. Like we have a good amount of people who have voted that will reflect the general attitude of the chat. So right now we're sitting at 92 votes, and considering we have 800 people in the house, I don't think that is the majority of people. So if you have not voted, vote now. This is your opportunity. Speak now. Speak now. Let your voice be heard. We are a democracy. Okay? And then we'll keep going. So let's go. Verdict. Not the a-hole. So basically Reddit was like, nah, you're not a jerk.
Yeah.
You're not. Relevant comments. So a user said, you're not the a-hole. All too often work spouses end up being inappropriately involved and you were trying to heat off any rumors. Good on you. I think work sister is a much better term. I like that, to be honest with you. Another one said, you didn't do anything wrong, not the a-hole. To my mind, she raises a red flag by being so upset about it. It meant more to her than it did to you. You might need to set a boundary of not traveling with her. Possibly. She might be getting a little too invested. Next one. Not the a-hole, though you are being far too generous. The reason why she's jumped straight to thinking you were calling her a creep is because she knows what she was doing was inappropriate. That is an interesting perspective. It could be true. Work husband is considered widely inappropriate now. She knows this. You responded correctly. You owe your wife, your actual wife, loyalty. Mary needs to back off and act more of a professional. Fair. More people said, not the a-hole. I think you were justified that whole time. Unfortunately, alcohol can make things awkward for everyone. But you were made uncomfortable by the extended hug. So you removing her arms was understandable. Keep your hands to yourself. I never understand this. Like, just stop. The problem right now is that Mary is only considering her own feelings and not thinking about how her actions made you feel. She did think that such a public display of affection might make a married man uncomfortable. She's only thinking that you made her look like a creep. And let's be honest, she kind of did look like someone hitting on a married man after drinking too much. Yup. The next user called Stop Hitting Thyself. Stop hitting thyself. That's fantastic. Not the a-hole. Work sister is 100% a compliment. Work husband is the stuff that will get a person reported to HR. Mary is waving bright red flags. I loved seeing all the red flags in the chat, by the way. Like 100%. Tracy 1010, if your coworker offers no teeth, talk more about your wife and kids. Can this be a lesson we all learn from this? Can we learn from this? I agree. I agree. You might want to get ahead of this now. All of your colleagues are suspicious. No more being paired with Mary. Consider telling your wife before one of them does. Oh, yeah, you need to tell your wife immediately what the heck happened there. Like, she needs to know. 100%. Okay. Another comment. The best way to know that you needed to set a limit was her overreacting. Sobbing at her desk, it was time to stop it. 1. Do not give her any extra attention for her outbursts. Just go cheerfully about your day. Say good morning. Joke about your favorite TV show. Don't take any bait. If she tries to bring it up again, repeat what you said. She's a good coworker, but you only have one wife and you don't do the work wife jokes. Nothing personal, but it's not for you. 3. If she brings up it up a second time, you need to email your supervisor and get written documentation. You need to describe what just happened, as you did above, when and where, and that you'd like them to informally coach her on letting it go. 4. If she brings it up a third time, you need to go to HR and ask to be taken off projects involving travel with her. I really, really hope she can pull it together and that she can join you in cheerfully going back to work. But remember that it's her making this weird, not you, and your first responsibility is to preserve your own employment and your marriage. But, okay.
So do you think it went back to normal and everything was cheerful and good?
I'm guessing because this is what the answer is no.
No.
Okay. Well, I am going to stop this poll because we'll probably start another one shortly.
There are multiple updates.
Oh, no. Grab your snacks, everybody.
And honest to goodness, I'm hoping we get another one because... Yeah.
What? It gets that?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Sorry, there's a part of me that's like, HR drama? HR drama? Yes!
That's why I thought you'd like this one.
Okay.
Kim has a background in HR, for those who don't know.
A little one. Update. I posted this about calling my coworker Mary my work sister after she tried to call me her work husband in front of the entire office. A lot of you were asking for an update, but that sub does not allow me to post the update, so I'm writing it here. Okay. Thanks everyone for your comments and giving me confidence that I did not do anything wrong or inappropriate. As I was sitting in the office the next day, I knew things would be a bit awkward between Mary and me. Mary ignored me the whole morning. Initially, I was planning to go and apologize to her, but after the post, I decided I do not need to do that as I should be the one who was offended. Everyone in the office could see we were acting weird, and I heard some people gossiping about us. One of the ladies came to me and asked me if I want to talk about Mary and me.
Don't talk to her.
Don't talk to her.
That's completely separate to the story, but if she's coming asking you for dirt like that, don't talk to her.
Nope. The only response from a coworker should be, "That was weird yesterday. You okay?" And you move on. That's it.
But when someone's coming asking for dirt,
nope.
Best believe you're not just talking to her. You're talking to her and everyone else in the office who are going to get a broken telephone version of what you just said.
Nope.
Gosh.
Okay. Around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, I was sitting in the office working. Mary came into my office and closed the door behind her. Nope. No. No. That's no number one. Sorry. She was angry at me and started saying that I needed to stop being an a-hole and stop ignoring her. I told her to sit and talk about what is going on. She told me that she feels humiliated and that everyone has been staring at her the whole morning because of what I did. No, ma'am, it's because of what you did. You were the one, you seemed drunk.
Mm-hmm.
You can't blame other people for the stupid things you did when you were drunk. Unless they made you drink against your knowledge.
Yep.
That's it. I also stood my ground and told her that I was okay with her making fun of me, but calling her work husband and hugging me in front of everyone for a long time made the situation awkward. She told me to get over myself and that I should know exactly what she meant. Maybe she needs to get over herself. She's the one who was sobbing at her desk.
Mm-hmm.
Mary said that I made a big deal out of what was supposed to be a joke and made it awkward for everyone. She said calling someone work husband is a normal thing and just means that she knows me intimately like a spouse would. That's not normal.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Is Mary married?
No, not to my knowledge. Which makes it worse.
Oh gosh. No. Okay. She said that because we spent so much time traveling together, she knows all the intimate details of how I behave outside work. No, you don't. I stopped her and told her that I felt offended by the term work husband because I have a wife, and I do not want people to use that term to describe our relationship. I told her that she would not understand as she is single. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But as a married man, I really do not want anyone to describe me as a husband in any capacity. And the thing is, if you had all these intimate details and you totally understood the way that he was outside of work, clearly you don't know him as well as you thought you did.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is offended. Yeah. You're Mary, you in danger, girl. You in danger, girl. No, no, no. Why do I get the feeling that Mary's gonna get fired?
No comment.
No comment? Okay. Okay. She said that I am again misinterpreting what she was saying. She felt as we had known each other more time than I have been married. She knows me more intimately than even my wife. I'm sorry? No. I have no idea why she feels that way. Because she's in love with you.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
She's in love with you.
Yep.
She's in love with you, or she's at least in lust with you. And she has an idealized version of who you are based on the interaction she's had with you at work. And she needs to stop. And quite bluntly, at this point, I kind of hope she does get fired. Wow. And I also behave like her husband when we travel together. I'm sorry? Are there extracurricular activities going on that I am unaware of between these two?
Nope.
Then no. That is inaccurate.
Not to my knowledge.
She went on about how we go to dinners after work. You guys eat.
Okay, as someone who has traveled with coworkers for work far enough that we have to get a hotel, the normal thing you do is get food after work because you gotta eat and you're staying at a hotel and don't have a kitchen. You gotta eat. That doesn't mean anything more than you gotta eat. I don't know how else to put it.
We have to do human things as we travel. I can't. I'm sorry. How I always insist on having breakfast together in the morning to plan our actions of the day. And I walk around in my underwear referring to my gym shorts around her in the mornings. What? Okay. She also talked about how we spend hours talking to each other during road trips and how I'm the only man she can trust with any secret in her life. She said I am the definition of work husband and I am just in denial. I was a bit angry at this point, and I told her that I do all that because I consider her my friend, and she's extremely delusional if she feels she knows me more intimately than my wife. 100%. This is when you open the door.
Yeah.
This is when you open the door.
Also, I love how we spend hours talking to each other during road trips. The alternative would be sitting in silence. Like, what the crap? I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
And again, I say this as someone who has traveled with coworkers, both male and female, just the two of us. Come on, people.
You know what this kind of like somewhat reminds me of? And I said this before, and I feel like it goes back to, we had a super chat about ADHD and niceness. I can't remember who said it. I should go back and find it. But like, when you're nice to people, how some people assume that means that like, it's not authentic. Or in some cases I've had it that people assume that you're like in love with them because you were nice. Sometimes you're just nice.
That super chat was from Larissa, so
thank you.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. Because, like, for real, like, because I didn't sit there in silence with you while we were on a road trip, like, us talking and having a conversation does not mean that I love you.
No.
This is scary. I'm actually scared for him right now. But yeah, go open the door. Open the door and... hearing Dr. Phil, open the door. No, open the door and let people hear you be like... No. You don't know me more intimately than my wife. This is inappropriate. This is inappropriate and I am uncomfortable. Stop it. Oh. Okay. Only one woman gets to call me her husband, and that is my wife. Moreover, if my actions are giving her such ideas, maybe we need to stop being friends. I love a man with boundaries who sticks up for his wife. Yes. Okay. She became apologetic afterwards and told me she did not mean to disrespect my wife, and that was not her intention. You just said you knew him more intimately than his wife.
What was the goal?
Ma'am, what was the... Okay. She apologized to me and told me to just let it go. Nuh-uh. She said she loves traveling with me, clearly, and she does not want anything to change between us. I can't. She said again that I am misinterpreting her statement, stop it, and just wants to move on. She came to hug me again, but I told her it was okay and stepped back.
Good man.
Good man. Good man. Stop. Stop. I also talked to my wife about the incident that night. Very good. As expected, my wife was angry at Mary and told me that she hates the term work husband. There we go. She asked me if Mary has ever flirted with me during our trips or has a crush on me. I truthfully told her that I really have not felt that way, and she may have just said that because she was a bit drunk and now being stubborn about it. My wife said that she feels a bit uncomfortable about Mary now and says that is strike one for Mary, and I need to try to put some distance between us while traveling. If she ever repeats the same behavior again, I should report it to HR. Yes. And I promised my wife that I would try to reduce my interactions with Mary outside work hours and be more guarded around her. Yep. Update. Thanks everyone for the comments and explaining the urgency of the situation. I discussed it with my wife and have set up meetings with my manager and HR today. I plan not to file a complaint, but document what has happened in the last week and why it made me uncomfortable. I do not have any upcoming travels this week due to holidays, but I have to travel next Tuesday with her to a work site. I will discuss with my manager what my options are. However, I feel a little distance between Mary and me for some time would be the right solution for now. Because here's the scary thing. If Mary's really mad, she can retaliate at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. This, because he has essentially rejected her, this could cost him everything if he doesn't do the right thing. Which is sick and awful. But it does happen. So I'm glad that he is documenting it. And I don't think they should be traveling together. That's scary. Okay. I'm going to ask again now. Boo-boo. Is OP original poster the a-hole? And I'm just going to say yes or no. I feel like we have enough information to be able to make a judgment at this point. Oh, wow. I just opened something I wasn't supposed to. There we go. That's good. You guys ever hit that thing where, like, the code opens up on the side of your your Internet Explorer, like, your Internet window? Not Internet Explorer. I don't use that, but I mean, you know what I mean. All of a sudden, just code everywhere. Code everywhere. Alrighty. Let's keep going. So these are some of the comments, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mary's description of your relationship sounds really clingy and dependent, and she's created a narrative in her head about your connection. The only man she can trust with any secret in her life. That's not a work husband, whatever that means. You better keep your interactions register in public. They can bite you in the butt real fast. Yep. Not the a-hole. I agree. You should go to HR so they're aware of the situation. I would also suggest no more business trips with her if possible. The fact that she claims to know you more intimately than your wife is not only delusional but disrespectful. It is concerning. She's only beginning to show her crazy side. Mm-hmm. And not the a-hole. I also think that if you're married, the terms work husband / wife are very inappropriate. Your wife sounds like a very reasonable person and she's upset but not taking it out on you. You made the right call, and if anything, you could even get ahead of the game by going to HR now about the situation. 100%. I love that, Kyle. Big hole. 100%.
Yep.
Big hole. Not the a-hole. I agree with your wife. My bangs are bugging me. Sorry, guys. I keep touching them, but they won't stay where I want them to stay. It's annoying me. Okay. Not the a-hole. I agree with your wife. Mary's reaction was so off and defensive. Instead of owning it and apologizing, she continued to double down and say that she knew you more intimately. She is quite the presumptuous woman. I would 100% agree that this woman has romantic feelings for you, and all these comments about work husband and the ever-lingering hug, plus saying she knows you better and more intimately, do not speak of someone who has a platonic friendship or professional relationship in mind, I would not travel with her anymore, and see if you can put some distance with her and not have to work with her. This woman is going to cause trouble for you. Her reaction was one of possession over you, which comes when someone has amorous feelings. Yep. Trustworthy Judas. So I love these usernames.
I know.
Stop hitting thyself. Okay, never, and I do mean never, be in a room alone with this woman ever again. Yes. Because when you go to HR, and you definitely should, in retaliation, she could spin any number of accusations against you. Even if you don't think she's capable of that kind of behavior, you're having trouble right now because she's acting in a manner you would not have expected from her. Bingo. Bingo, bingo. Okay, we now have 6% of people think that he is the a-hole, and 94% of people do not. Please let me know. 6%. Why? Why? I want to understand your perspective. Update. This is like 2 months later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Things happened, didn't they? Okay. I wrote a while ago about my coworker friend Mary being upset with me and for calling her my work sister when she called me her work husband in front of everyone. I'm sorry to leave everyone hanging, but the next few weeks were busy, and the issue was eventually resolved. Thanks to everyone in the comments. They really helped me when I talked to my manager about the situation.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't resolved.
Oh dear.
Or we wouldn't be here.
However, the last week has been crazy, so I wanted to get some opinions on what I should do next. After my last post, my wife and I were no longer comfortable with Mary's behavior. Good. Although a part of me thought I was overreacting, and that it was just part of Mary's personality, I felt the need to protect myself. I requested a meeting with my manager and HR to document my side of the story. I wrote down everything and I told them the incident at the party, as well as Mary coming into my office and the comments she made. I made it very clear that while I did not want to take action against her, I wanted to emphasize that her behavior made me uncomfortable, especially the comments about knowing me better than my wife and remarks about my shorts. Gosh. Sorry. Oh. My manager had already heard about the incident at happy hour as everyone in the office was talking about it. No. He told me he would try to shake up the travel schedule to minimize our travel together. The issue was that only 4 people in our company generally work off-site audits, and the other 2 coworkers did not want to split up because they claimed they work well together. Dude! Help a dude out! Be a team player! Come on! Oh, wow. As a result, I continued traveling with Mary for the next couple of weeks, but it was awkward and I kept my distance. Sorry, I disagree with that. HR, no. My manager then called Mary and me into his office and informed us he was planning to train a new auditor, Carolina, 26 female. Oh no! Producer sister, is this going where I think it's going?
Maybe.
Oh no!
You're gonna have issues with this HR department.
I immediately feel bad for Carolina.
Yep.
I feel so bad for you, girl. And she's probably like someone new to the industry. She's graduated university. She's trying to do her best to start her life. Oh no. Okay. And set up a schedule where she would travel with me for 1 week and then marry the following week. We were asked to train her. I liked this arrangement because it meant I no longer had to travel with Mary. Carolina turned out to be a great travel buddy, and I made sure not to get too comfortable with her. I always dressed professionally when we went to breakfast, avoided late night drinks, and maintained healthy boundaries. Things were great. Until last week. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Last Tuesday, I could feel everyone staring at me when I entered the office. And I was immediately called into a meeting with my manager and HR. HR asked if I had anything to report regarding Carolina and if she had made any advances towards me during our work trips. I told them no, and that Carolina had been very professional the entire time. I asked why I was being interrogated, and they told me they couldn't disclose any further details, but that Carolina was being investigated by HR for inappropriate conduct. I left the meeting and Mary came to my office asking what happened. She mentioned that she was also told Carolina would no longer be traveling with us and that we were asked to travel together again. I told her I had no idea what was going on. What did they do? What did they do to Carolina? Oh, I don't like Mary. I messaged Carolina to see if she was okay and if she needed to talk. She asked if she could come to my office, and I agreed. Carolina explained that someone anonymously sent messages to her boyfriend, posing as someone from the office over the weekend. The message including screenshots of Carolina sending some inappropriate pictures that had been taken in her hotel rooms during our travels, and flirtatious messages. The person claimed to her boyfriend that Carolina was trying to cheat with him at work, and that he was just trying to warn them. The boyfriend went crazy after seeing the pictures, ghosted her, and then sent the messages to HR as revenge. Oh my gosh. Carolina was in tears, telling me that she'd only taken those pictures for her boyfriend and had no idea how they got leaked and how those messages even existed. Her boyfriend was furious because he had also received the exact pictures from Carolina and knew they weren't fake. I consoled Carolina, but she's sure in deep trouble, as our workplace takes things very seriously because we work on government contracts, and I'm sure everyone suspects that I am the anonymous messenger. Oh, man. Mary. Oh, man. Okay. I was told the matter would be investigated, and Mary and I would be working together on the project again. No, absolutely not. The manager said that there was nothing he could do, and also mentioned that they might go through my emails and messages on my company phone as part of the investigation into Carolina. Do it. Mary seems
I'd be giving them to him on a silver platter.
Yes. I'd be like, take it all. Do you want my personal one too? Take it. I don't care. Mary seemed very happy about the whole situation and keeps talking about how excited she is to revisit the restaurants and the bars we used to frequent during our off-site trips. She also keeps referring to Carolina as that pervert. I do not like this woman. That whole thing is just crazy. My wife, of course, believes that I would never do anything inappropriate with Carolina and that I wasn't the anonymous messenger. Well, that's good. However, her conspiracy theory is, and she's probably right, that Mary, who was also traveling with Carolina, may have unlocked her phone and accessed the photos. I am biting my tongue right now, but this does happen. And some people suck so bad. Oh, gosh. It feels far-fetched, but the fact is I'm not thrilled about traveling with Mary again. I don't think I would have any other recourse to get off this project except leaving the job, which isn't possible this time. I know many of you work in HR, and I would appreciate any advice on what I can do next. Okay. My step one for OP here. Hand HR all of your phones. Hand them your laptop. Let them see all of your communication. Then go and find an old Nokia phone that still works, that does not have like the picture taking abilities that they do now and all those other types of things. And your work phone is now phone call only. Only at that point would I be comfortable at all traveling with Mary, although there would have to be differences. You take a different car, you eat at different places. Just no. 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 Okay. So Sad Hippos. Sad Hippos, okay, who was totally Mary. That's both terrifying and so creepy. I feel bad for Carolina. I do not work in HR, but I would absolutely report again to your manager what Mary has been saying regarding the trips and her turn of phrase about Carolina as the situation continues. Write down her phrases and comments with dates and timestamps. Yes. You also need to set very hard walls with Mary. Only ever contact her on your work phone and ensure you are not alone together unless it is a very public place, preferably with cameras. I'm so sorry you're dealing with this, but I'm really glad you and your wife's relationship has not been affected by it. Stay strong. You did nothing wrong here. Happy Panda then responded, make sure to block Mary on your personal phone so she can only contact you on your work phone. Turn it off after hours and then on weekends. So turn it off after hours and on weekends, so there is no way she could reach you outside business hours. Also, might be a good time to change all passwords and make them not easy to guess so Mary can't hack you like she did Carolina. Biometrics.
Mm-hmm.
Fingerprint only. Oh. Update in December. Okay. I wrote a post 6 months ago regarding my coworker Mary, work sister, and upsetting her in the process. Things got really weird afterwards, and I was paired with another coworker, Carolina, for work trips. Someone anonymously tipped Carolina's boyfriend that Carolina was engaged in messaging explicit pictures to her coworker, and he in turn reported her to our HR as revenge before breaking it off with her. No one explicitly said it, but I could see that everyone suspected me to be the other person. After that, Mary and I were again asked to travel together despite my reservations, mostly because others did not want to travel with me. I am sorry I did not write an update because nothing noteworthy happened until last Friday, and my wife, Brooke, and I have been arguing ever since about what to do next. Oh dear. I have been applying for similar positions in the last few months, but it's hard to find a similar job in this market. Brooke has expressed her reservations on me traveling with Mary, but also understands that I would stop traveling with her if I could. We have bills and a mortgage. I cannot just leave my job. Just like most commenters on the previous post, she believes that Mary framed Carolina. I've been extremely professional with Mary during our travels. Things are not as before, where I would consider her my close friend. I am always guarded around her, and I try to spend most of my time in my room after work. That must be so stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this sucks.
There's always a level of stress when you're traveling for work.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Sorry. But just knowing that you have to be on your guard that much 24/7 essentially when you're traveling with someone just makes it so much more stressful.
So stressful. Oh my gosh. Katie just said he needs to move. Yeah, you might, which is really unfortunate. Carolina stuck around for a month after I wrote the post when HR was investigating the incident. I tried to support her initially and also told my manager that she's been very professional. However, rumors started spreading around that I am going above and beyond to save her job, and she spent a lot of time in my office alone talking to me. We mutually decided the optics were not good and started distancing ourselves. She resigned a month after the incident because she told me she couldn't take it anymore. And from what I know, she's still looking for a job. Oh my gosh. Mary, on the other hand, seems to be happy on our work trips. Although I act extremely professional around her, part of me knows she might be the person who framed Carolina. I have no proof, just intuition. If it looks like a duck.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel Mary is the one spreading the rumor about Carolina and me in the office. If it looks like a duck. She also plans dinners after work and sometimes asks me to get a drink at the hotel bar. As before, I generally avoid drinking on these trips now. There were a few times where she was insistent that I get a beer, but I told her I am already on thin ice at work, and I promised Brooke I would not drink on these trips. This has not stopped her from getting hammered and me having to drop her to her room at the end of day a few times. Leave her. Leave her.
Yep.
Honestly, let her get arrested for public intoxication.
Yep.
Let her drown.
She's doing it to herself.
Yup. Brooke has been very supportive through the whole time and has never once suspected me or blamed me for anything. She's asked me not to drink on these trips and also to make sure I call her every night when I reach my room and I go to sleep. I also voluntarily installed location tracking app in my phone so she has the peace of mind to know where I am during these trips. On the incident last Friday, we had a Christmas party onto the incident from last Friday. We had a Christmas party last Friday in our office. Oh no. Brooke joined me, and the party was great. Mary asked for a dance, but I declined. In front of his wife?
Yep. Well, she knows him better.
The audacity.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy.
The audacity. Brooke was lovely, and we danced together for most of the night. There was one point where I was talking to my manager and a few other colleagues, and Brooke was talking to my manager's wife. Mary interrupted them and started bragging about how she has to take care of me during work trips since I am so clumsy. Brooke also joined in about how clumsy and forgetful I am at home. Mary then told Brooke that I make her feel safe on these trips, and told her about the incident where she got drunk and how I took care of her by dropping her to her room and sitting by her bedside until she fell asleep. Mary insisted that I am a gentleman and nothing happened, but how I also show care for her. Brooke knew about the incidents when I dropped her to her room. However, at no time did I enter Mary's room. This is why you let her get arrested for public intoxication. Or this is when you loudly start saying, I think you're misremembering because you're such a messy drunk.
Yep.
As everyone in this office has witnessed. And babysitting is not in my job description. Mm-hmm. Brooke did not say anything at that time, but when we got home, it turned into a huge argument. I told Brooke that I did not enter her room. I just led her to her room and immediately called her and told her about the incident. Even when I showed her the text conversation, when I messaged Brooke after leaving the restaurant, when I got to the room along with timestamps. After Brooke calmed down, she told me she believes me, but it's crazy how fluently Mary lied to her in front of my manager's wife. She told me that Mary is just trying to plant a seed of doubt in her head, and she cannot pretend anymore that she is okay with Mary. She told me that Mary ruined Carolina's career, and if she doesn't get her way, she might do the same to me. I agree. Brooke has asked me to draw the red line on traveling with Mary and my manager, and if my manager does not accept, I should resign. I feel Brooke is right, and nothing is more important to me than her. However, it feels so bad to be in this situation where all my hard work to reach this point in my career will be ruined. I don't know what to do next. I'm really hoping to get advice and ideas on what I can do here. I just feel so trapped and I don't know what I can do at this point. Mary sucks.
Yep.
Mary really sucks. How are we doing out there, chat? Holy smokes. How do you do this? Savannah May, I do want to say thank you for your membership chat, saying you've been a member for a month. Why can't people respect each other's comfort zone? I don't know. But I agree with you. Thank you for the support. King Bob sent in a super chat. Mary, why you bugging? And Bubbly One sent in a super chat as well saying, Mary, yikes, referral for Psychovel stat. Like, I think Mary may need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
I think Mary is a little invested. Too much. That's it?
That's all it. Got.
No, I want to know. What? No, OP.
He hasn't posted another update yet.
My heart for this man.
So do we think Mary did it?
Oh, Mary did it. Mary did it.
What is Mary gonna do when he resigns? Will it ever come out that Mary framed Carolina?
This is why I said let Mary get arrested. Honestly. This is gonna keep me up at night. I am so concerned for this man. Okay, producer sister.
Yeah.
I need you to keep watching this one. My heart for this man.
Like, I feel for him because, like, throughout the course of the story, like, he's trying to do the right thing. He's keeping his wife informed. Like, a lot. He had some dumb things that he did, but overall, a lot of green flags.
Yeah.
Right? He's trying to be transparent. Maybe a little naive at the beginning and whatnot, but he's not hiding anything.
No.
He's trying to put up boundaries, and this woman is just no. And yeah.
Mary's scary.
A little bit.
I don't like Mary.
No.
I don't like her.
I'm afraid.
I am scared too.
I'm legit afraid for him if he puts in his resignation and what she will do.
Oh my gosh. I kind of want to make a Reddit account and like reply to some of these and be like, just so you know, I featured this story on my show.
Mm-hmm.
And we are all team you.
Yeah.
And I hope you're doing okay. Because we are all shooketh. And I don't like this. Because I do not like this.
Oh my gosh. Like, the thing is, she said that in front of his wife to try and break them up.
Oh, 100%.
So they would have a fight and she could swoop in and all that.
The other thing I don't like about this too is that Mary, why do you think that even if he and her split, that he would want you? This has always been a thing for me when people get jealous and they kind of set their sights on somebody that's not theirs, and they just kind of like assume that if that one person wasn't there, there would be no obstacles in the way for you to be with that person. Like, there is no way OP would be interested in dating her.
No.
None.
Even if something happened, like, no.
Like, I'll share this. I don't think I've ever said this on the live, so this is fun. There was one person who apparently was very upset that I was in a relationship with my now husband, who made a comment that he kind of just wished that my husband would have just died, because then there wouldn't be anything stopping him from going after me. And that got back to me through a mutual friend, and I was like, because you are just so irresistible to me. Like, I would have zero self-control at that point after, grieving the most incredible loss potentially of my life at that point, that I would just fall into your arms and you would just go off into the sunset with me as if I have no autonomy whatsoever. Like, it's this level of delusional thinking that it's like, clearly this dude is a government employee. He is very smart. He probably makes a good living and is very capable of, having a great life for himself, and clearly seems to be a guy that wants to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. He is a catch.
Yeah.
He could pick other people. He doesn't have to settle for Psycho Mary.
Yep. Like, that doesn't make you want to be with her.
No!
Not even a little. It makes you want to run.
It's just, there's a special level of delusion when people get obsessed with people like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. This isn't healthy. We need a therapist.
Yep.
We need some help here. Absolutely not. Oh, Denny Rose just said, I wish we were a live Friday chat where we can say whatever. Please don't say whatever, because your comments do go up on screen, because I want to make sure everybody feels heard. But
we hear you.
Oh gosh, Carmen has just said, Kim, I am 37 years old and men are trying to convince me to pop out more kids. You only do that if you want to. I don't think you do, based on things you've said. Exactly, Kayla. Barry, stop it. Get some help. Oh, wow. But I do feel like that this is when... So, thank you, General Scott. It's Kim's fella. We don't wish for your unaliving. Thank you. Thank you. Like... It's just the audacity of it. Honestly, I don't even know how this is going to sound really weird, but like, my husband and I have been together for a very long time. Mm-hmm. I was very young when we started dating. He was also very young. And we both knew that we were in it for the long haul very quickly. And we were the weird people, and we knew everybody was going to think we were weird, but we knew, and we figured, all right, time will prove them wrong, so whatever. But there definitely was like this kind of mentality that I think, because people knew us when we were so young being together, like there was this level that people really didn't take us seriously as a couple until we were engaged. And that was really infuriating to me. And because of that, I think there were some people that really did think like, oh, if the wind blew, they could break us up. And I'm like, you guys got to stop us. Like, and I'm not saying you guys is in my audience, because I know you guys are amazing, but I'm saying delusional people like this, you have to stop assuming you understand somebody else's intimate relationship, because you're not in it and you don't. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what happens behind closed doors with anybody, any relationship. It's none of your business. You have not been invited into this relationship. Back off. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So stupid. So stupid. My fella did not like that individual. He had every right to not like that individual. Mm-hmm. It was not cool. Mm-mm. It was not cool. Kyle just said, oh no, Kyle. I just read I have a classmate, and I'm scared. I have a classmate back in college who was like Mary, but only half as crazy from what I've heard of her so far. I'm sorry you had to deal with even half that crazy. That's not okay. That is not okay. Oh, man. I feel like, I mean, I see Deadman666 just followed the OP on Reddit. I'm invested now. Right? We're all like, oh my gosh. We're Team OP. We are Team OP. Oh, no. Can we just be nice to each other? Can we just be good people? Can we just, like, not? Not that hard. It's just not. And honestly, I feel so bad for Carolina.
Yeah, like, she is the biggest, like...
Oh.
She didn't do anything.
No. No. And
I'm also kind of...
She lost her job and her boyfriend.
Yep.
Because this psycho lady. Oh. Sorry, what were you saying, producer sister?
Just, like, how HR treated it and... Like... Based on what we know, they did not have any proof that what the ex-boyfriend said was true. But the culture and all that got so toxic for her that she had to leave.
Yeah.
Like, it's not okay.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we're all just collectively, like, we've just witnessed something and we're all, like, holding on to each other. Like, what just happened?
Welcome to my trauma.
What just happened? Oh, man. Okay, well, if we get an update, I'm sure producer sister will share it with you guys. Yep. We will find out together.
I'll let you know.
If by any chance OP ever does see this, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you, Carolina. My heart goes out to you, Brooke. Let this woman get arrested.
Yeah.
Don't help her. At all.
Because she's trying to trap you.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, that is the purpose.
100%.
She's trying to create these situations that she can make into something they're not.
Yeah. Disgusting. Disgusting. I do want to say, Sarah Ivy just said, I'm so sorry, I need to get some sleep right now. Thank you for the amazing live. I've really enjoyed. Love to you, and congratulations, Kim, on smashing 30K subs. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great night. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who has been here. This is normally when we start to wind down the stream. This is a section I call Last Call. So this is kind of your last opportunity. If you want to share an opinion, if you want to ask me a question, it's kind of like an AMA or whatever you feel like. If you want to send in any support, anything like that, this is your opportunity, and we usually wind down in about 10 minutes or so.
Yep.
So, yeah, so this is kind of this, for those of you that are watching for the first time, this is kind of the platform. So it's like, this is, or the format, this is what we do. So it's like pop culture first, halftime we just kind of chill. If there's any updates I need to give you guys, I do. Then we do the What the What, we watch something fun, interesting, crazy, whatever. And then we talk about it together, and then we just kind of have this last call, chill time. And that's what we do. That's what we do. So I hope that you've enjoyed the stream today. I hope you've had fun. Thank you so much to everybody who has subbed. We are at 30,500, which is just incredible. We are actually approaching 6.
Seriously?
Yes, which is wild to
amazing.
Me. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Crystal R just said, pizza party! We've had so much pizza lately. I normally would, but it's been a lot. I'll have to see what Kim's parents are up for tonight. Do want to give some love to my mom right now. Not sure if she's watching or not, but my mom's not feeling super great right now. We've been taking good care of her, and I just hope you're feeling okay. So that's been fun. General Scott said, Psycho Mary. Sorry, where is it? Where did you go? Where did you go? There it is. Psycho Mary got Carolina fired, and now she has insufficient funds. Okay, we'll do insufficient funds, but what I think it should be is that Mary should get fired.
Yes.
So that she has
insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. Woo.
Exactly. We have a thing here. We let Jennifer Hudson sing to us about insufficient funds because it's the most random clip I've ever seen in my life, and I think it's hysterical. And we always sing after with, ooh.
As most of us can relate.
In this economy.
Yep.
100%. The other little clip we have here is one that is in honor of my mod, Katie, because this is one of her favorite clips ever. We like to laugh sometimes at fashion. Maybe this is a thing we need to do. We need to do a Blake Lively fashion roundup or something of just like from time to time we have talked about designer brands that like charge, and I'm talking like $20,000 for like a jacket type thing, and it's ridiculous. Like we looked at like a couture Teletubby collection last year at one point, and it was just like, why? Just why? So yeah, in that case, it's fashion.
It's fashion meets. It's fashion. It's excuse me.
Because sometimes fashion be like that. It's fashion.
Did you see the picture going around Insta? And it's the pair of pants, and there's one pant leg.
No.
Like it's cut right up at the top on one leg, and then the other side has a full pant leg. I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't understand.
Some people make choices with their fashion. I do not understand. I will never understand. I will never understand buying an article of clothing that costs the same thing as a car.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I draw the line. I can't do it. So yes, it's fashion and insufficient funds come up a lot. I need to add more. We had more when we had the old program, and then I had to leave that platform and move over to the program I'm using now. Yes, where is it? Yeah, Katie said it's not fashion. It's not. Oh, Diddy said I literally impersonate Jennifer Hudson while doing insufficient. Exactly. It's the most random clip I had ever seen, and it made me laugh so much. And I was like, this needs to be shared more widely with people because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You need the Baldoni folder one. That stupid video. Oh my gosh. I missed the Cardi one. We had the Cardi B one that's just like, what is that? Oh my gosh, what is that? I need that one back. Adele, yes, divorce, babe, divorce. Sam and Bake, you're right. I missed that one too. Also, I had one from Galaxy Quest. Put a 1 in the chat if you love Galaxy Quest, that movie. And if you have not seen it, please.
Highly recommend.
Please do. It is fantastic.
That entire movie is quotable.
Just the one quote from Alan Rickman in it going, oh, right, because it's always about you, isn't it? It's like, that would have been appropriate for Mary. That would have been appropriate. 100%. Katie said in the 90s ladies taco one. Or are you talking about the, what's it called? The guacamole thing in the microwave? Mm-hmm. What's that called?
I don't remember.
The supper. Yeah. Sombrero supper.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The bologna folder.
The bologna folder. Olay. Just. Maybe we should do a thing that, like, if we get to a certain level of members, I should do a members only stream where we just look at this stuff.
Yeah.
We just do, like, a refresher of all of the jokes. Because there's no way it'll stay monetized. It's gonna have to be behind the wall or it's gonna kill me in the algorithm. But, Oh, yes, rip Alan Rickman, tread lightly, 100%. 100%. One of the most underrated, underappreciated, incredible actors ever. May he rest in peace. And I hope as time goes on, he is more appreciated. More than he was when he was living. Because it's atrocious that man never got an Oscar.
Yeah.
It infuriates me. Like, more often than I'd like to admit. It makes me really mad. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. General Scott said my 12-hour workday is done. Switching to audio. Everyone have a good night. Good day, night, conspiracy theory, whatever. Thank you so much, General Scott. Thank you for your support today and your love. So many of you guys that have been here for so long. I just really, really appreciate you. It means the world to me. Bubbly One also sent in a super chat saying, OMG, no more. I pray he's alive and well. Me too. Me too. Prayers for OP. Lisa Boo has been a member for 21 months. Thank you so much. Love this community. Congratulations on 30,000. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do truly, I do not take this for granted. I appreciate it more than I can express, and I am so grateful. I never thought, you know, a few years ago that this would have even been a possibility for me. Where I've been to where I am doesn't feel real sometimes. So thank you so much to all of you. For those of you that don't know, I did not, I was not having a good time in 2019. I was not well. I was ready to check out, and had a lot of other things going on, and a few years of just my health in absolute shambles, and thinking I would never work again, period. That I would be lucky to have days where I could get out of bed, you know, and things like that. So being where I am is huge, and I appreciate all of you so much. And I don't know what else to say at that point. I really don't. So we've been going for a while. I think I am going to shut this down for tonight. So you guys are aware, Andy is going away this weekend, I believe. So we are not going to have an Uncensored on Popcorn, for those of you that watch me on that on Fridays. So I have debated on doing a stream on Friday. I will see. I'm not sure. It's going to depend on my energy levels and how exhausted I am, because now we have another lawsuit, and just a lot of stuff going on. So I will do my best, and hopefully I will see you guys again this week. If not, I will see you next week. And if you want to see more of me, I will likely be on Popcorn, so you can check out there and stuff. So let's roll the outro. Producer Sisters, anything you want to say?
Thank you guys so much for everything, and welcome to all the new subscribers, and hope to see you again.
Alrighty. Okay, we're gonna peace out for the night or morning, wherever you are, you know, in your region.
Whatever time it is for you.
Whatever time it is for you. That was always that Craig Ferguson would always go in your region, because he never knew like when his show was being broadcast, and they'd be like, sure, it's live in your region. Everything was pre-filmed. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you soon. Where is the outro button? There it is. Bye, guys.